All right, guys. So this is the free guide on how to actually quit porn. It's going to be sweet and simple. And let me just get into it so I can show you guys. So first, okay, this is really the only guide you'll need to quit forever. Now, I want to first of all congratulate you on taking the time to actually watch this because it shows that you're actually committed. And what we're going to do, we're going to cover exactly what is the root cause and how you can get to it through subconscious alternation, okay? You'll get the most crucial steps that my students use to quit in 7 days. Okay. So it's also okay how I literally went from watching porn up to 7 times a day sometimes. I was feeling suicidal. I was lusting after every single woman. I was getting disrespected by everyone, my peers, my friends, my colleagues, sometimes my own family. And I was just hiding this problem from everyone, right? I was extremely shy. I was extremely guilty. I had no confidence. I couldn't stand up for myself. I was getting bullied, disrespected. And a big part of that was because of porn. It was because I couldn't cope with anything. I was just watching porn, and that's all I did with my life. It impacted and shattered my self-confidence. And now that I've managed to quit porn, now it's been a long time. I've built a page for over 30,000 followers on Instagram. I've impacted thousands of lives worldwide. I've made over hundreds of men free. I made my loved ones proud, and I'm becoming a role model for them, right? The best thing is simply living a life of purpose and meaning, right? I'm closer to God, and I'm just trying to make God proud, right? That's what really matters. So that's where I'm at right now. So, this video, what this is for, it's for people that, as I've been struggling with over sexualizing women, that you keep pouring a secret for your loved one, you impact your relationship with your woman, or, impact your relationship with God, which is the most important. It kills your masculinity, you feel lonely, and you want to become free from lust forever, become a role model for your loved ones. Sorry, this is a little mistake here for your loved ones, and build a family and become a father figure with the right partner, be closer to God to make him proud, become a leader and someone people rely on, and have a great social life full of confidence in yourself, right? So I have bad news and good news for you, okay? The bad news is NoFap, believe it or not, made it harder to quit. They kind of like created an enormous amount of limiting belief inside of you, which becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. And because of that, it makes it extremely hard to quit because it became your beliefs. And once you have beliefs, it dictates your reality because you act according to those beliefs, and beliefs can be hard to change. You probably just like me in the past believe that, you would never truly quit porn, and that will take years because of the constant relapses that you've been experiencing, right? Like I used to go 90 days, 120 days, multiple times, and then watch porn again, and then watch porn every single week, and then go on a long streak, go back. It was very, very tiring, and it made me feel, very shameful and suicidal at some points, right? But the good news is, it's actually way easier than you think, okay? NoFap doesn't want you to know this because NoFap, how can they keep people in their community if, no one is relapsing? If everyone is free from porn, right? If everyone knew how to actually quit porn, then no one will be watching the videos on NoFap. No one will be in their community. No one would need NoFap advice. So they need to, they cannot make you just quit forever, right? But the reality is you can quit forever easily once you understand how to get to the root cause through the subconscious alternation. Okay. And sorry for the mistakes here. I made it pretty fast, but you'll have to get rid of the root, meaning you won't be pulled, okay, towards porn anymore. The cravings, the urges will disappear because the root will be removed, okay? And since you are here, I want to say that I respect the fact that you even went through probably hundreds of relapses at that point, right? And that you're still trying to find an answer so that you can transform your life once and for all and leave lust forever. So here's the high level overview of the subconscious alternation. This is essentially what you need in order to gain freedom. There's two things, okay? There's your perception around the value that you see in watching porn, and your perception around the value that you see in not watching porn, okay? They're kind of hard to understand on the surface level, but once you do these 3 steps, you'll realize how easy it is, okay? So here's the 3-step process: accept, question, and debunk, okay? This is actually based on behavioral science. It's not just made up out of nowhere. This is based on research that I've done myself. So what's the scientific explanation of why we watch porn, okay? Want is simply, okay? We want, when we do something, is because we want it, okay? And want is the emotion associated with perceived benefits. We need to alternate our mind to not see perceived benefits anymore. Okay. It's not easy, but it is extremely simple and even easy if you have the right tools. So first, accept. You need to understand, okay? If you don't accept something, what happens is what you resist because you tell yourself, no, I don't want to watch porn. No, I don't like porn. No, no, no. I'm not gonna watch porn. I don't want to admit that I like porn. What happens is what you resist persists. In order to actually find the root cause, you want to literally accept that you like watching porn. You need it to be like, you know what, shame, guilt, morality aside, let me just say, you know what, I like watching porn for certain reasons. Obviously, I'm not saying this that you're gonna be in this state of, oh, you know what, I like watching porn. Fuck the shame, fuck the guilt, fuck the morality. No, 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 no. These things can be very important and can be very useful, but just for the moment being, okay? So it can help you find the actual root cause, because if you always have this you know, shame and guilt associated with porn, you're always going to blame the shame and guilt rather than trying to blame yourself and see why you actually do it in the first place. Okay. So it will decrease the resistance related to porn because it's the only way to find why you watch porn in the first place. Okay. You cannot find why you watch porn in the first place if you don't even ask yourself why, right? And in order to ask yourself why, you need to accept that you do that thing for certain reasons. Okay. Second question. Now that you accepted the fact, ask yourself why. You will come up with answers such as pleasure, stress relief, sexual satisfaction, emotional relief, frustration relief, dopamine, whatever, right? And we need to become aware of those because they fuel the root cause. Not only did they fuel the root cause, but they created the root cause at a certain extent in the first place, okay? So that's the second thing. You need to be extremely honest. If you say to yourself, "No, I don't watch porn because of stress relief," then it doesn't make sense. And another good way to actually find the real reason is simply ask yourself, "In what moments do I end up watching porn?" Most of the time, you'll say, "Because when I'm stressed or when I'm lonely." You gotta find those moments because they're essentially the benefit that you're trying to get out of porn. And then third, debunk. Okay, debunking is the act of rewiring your brain. Once you truly see no value in porn, just like we saw here, okay, no value in porn, and what happens once you truly see no value in porn is you won't feel pulled towards it. Okay. The emotion associated with perceived benefits is going to be disappeared. So the most important part of what you need to do is debunk the value that you see in porn subconsciously. Okay. Alternate it. Okay. And this is the most important thing. This is what I teach my students, and that's what allows them to quit forever. Sometimes it takes them one call, so one day. Sometimes it takes them 7 days. Sometimes it might take a few more time, but I mean, a few more days, but most of the time it takes them less than a week because we really go heavy on debunking, okay? And all obviously the first steps above, right? So, for example, if we look at Damon here, who's one of my students, Damon, okay, he was watching porn for 21 years. Not just like 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. No, 21 years. Ever since he was five, he's 26. And he was, before anxious because, his girlfriend knew about it, right? And it almost ruined his relationship, okay? He almost had a breakup because of this. He wanted to be a father, a father figure, but he had to wait because of this habit. He was spending hours isolated in his room, and some of his family knew about it, right? He had no confidence. It would just stay in his house all day long. He would be just feeling lonely, isolated. And then after, once we got to the root cause through the subconscious alternation, we debunked everything. He never even relapsed once. After 21 years, imagine, right? Obviously, he was committed. Obviously, he was listening, he was understanding, which was the most important thing in order for him to actually process the information. Now, because of that, he's able, his girlfriend is closer to him, more love, intimacy, all of those things. The relationship is way better. He's ready to build a family, become a father soon, which is extremely beautiful. He's extremely confident socially. He spends his day outside. He's working on meaningful projects with other people. And overall, his life transformed. He became a man. And then we have Raul, okay? Raul was struggling for 20 years, okay, with porn. 20 years. His relationship with his girlfriend, got ruined. His girlfriend literally left him because of porn. He was in pain. He was getting nothing done in his 30s. He was alone, no woman, just going to work and coming back to the same, old routine. People rejected his help and advice. He was actually trying to help people become a leader, help people with their life, but people didn't really respect his advice. and now he quit it in literally 1 week. He fell in love with the right woman. He built a successful business and left his 9 to 5 in construction. He's constantly traveling, going in nature with his girlfriend, do activities, and he's mentoring and helping people from his country successfully. Okay. So I just want to make sure, okay, you guys shouldn't fall for this, okay? Everyone tried one of these no-fap techniques, like keep yourself more busy, just have a purpose, just go a few weeks or months without it, and you'll feel good. Just fight off the urge, distract yourself from it, just spend more time outside with other people, just heal your childhood trauma, just get in a relationship. And it never works or works, for a few weeks, because what happens is you just get back to the point where you fell down. Yeah, you can heal your childhood trauma, but the moment that you feel extremely anxious and stressed, you'll feel like you want porn, right? The perceived benefits. And it's because you didn't get to the root cause. You just use techniques to distract yourself from the root, right? It's like the root creates these urges, and then you try to distract yourself from these urges constantly, and that happens for years, right? Until you actually get to the root. So I have many more people I've helped. For example, this is Josh. He's been able to get closer to God. Julio, same. He's been able to, go from someone who's extremely shy and, had social anxiety to now he's able to talk to anyone confidently. It's amazing. We have many more people here, some of my students that have helped. So if you want to know more, okay, if you want to debunk and fully do the subconscious alternation to get rid of the root cause so that you can live a life, free of loss for the rest of your life, then you can ask me for a link to book a call one-on-one with me where we will go over how you can actually do this process specifically in full so that you can become free from porn forever and transform your life just like my other students.